Welcome in. My name is Tony Nunez. This is Thomas Frey. We're from the Red Shirt Pajaronian newspaper in Watsonville, coming to you from Independence High School in San Jose, where Aptos High just beat Hillsdale 41-24 for the CCS Division IV championship. That is Aptos High's third straight section championship. The past 2 years they won the CCS Division III title. This year a CCS Division IV championship for the Mariners. This is a huge win not only for them, but for the entire Santa Cruz County. They become the first ever team from the Santa Cruz County to win three straight section championships for football. We're going to break down the win in a couple of ways. But first, let's listen to Fabian Chavez, a player who had a couple touchdowns and a couple big plays on the defensive side of the football.
Speechless, honestly. I'm like amazed. All the juniors wanted this for the seniors so bad. With a rough start with our preseason, we just kept working and the seniors kept driving us. I'm just so happy for them right now.
What was it like for you to score 2 touchdowns and then get a sack right there at the end? It's such a big game.
It was amazing. Considering I had a really bad start, I felt bad for the seniors. I had to come back, do something for them.
You took a couple big hits, but you stayed in there. Why did you stay in there? Was it because it is the CCS championship, or why did you want to stay in there?
A lot of our seniors were hurt. Someone had to step up. And Ben Sherris couldn't have been here without him, but he was limited, so I had to play.
How good does this moment feel? I mean, after everything you guys have been through and this season and everything like that, how good does this feel right now?
It's amazing. Like, I'm speechless right now. I'm just so happy.
What can you remember from that 1-4 start about how you guys felt then, and then how this is just so completely different?
Every day coming out to practice in the beginning of the season, our heads were down. We honestly didn't think we had a chance. We counted ourselves out at the start. When the season started, and we just kept rolling.
What changed there in that fourth quarter when you guys finally started getting a few stops on defense and started getting going on offense?
Aptos football. That's what it's about, not giving up.
How are you? Good.
Welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Nunez, Thomas Frey from the Red Shirt Pajaronian. Thomas, I mean, 41-24. It was really close until the fourth quarter. When you look at this game, what did you find, I guess, interesting about it? What stood out to you about the CCS championship?
Well, Tony, Gavin Glom, he played really well. He completed only 3 passes today, but all 3 of them were touchdowns, all of which were 30 yards or more, including a 58-yarder to Joey Riccobona, who caught 2 touchdowns and also had an interception in the fourth quarter that pretty much clinched the game when they were up 41-24.
I think for me, what stood out the most was that so many juniors made plays for Aptos. I felt like it was going to be Zach Pepperdine, it was going to be Jack Harris, it was going to be Jason Bonzo, and those guys made plays, but you look at the guys who made plays. I mean, Fabian Chavez had some big plays. Like you said, Riccobona, he's a junior, he had some big plays. Gavin Glom, he completed 3 passes for 3 touchdowns on, as a quarterback. And then you look at everyone else as well. A lot of juniors made plays for them today, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Fabian Chavez was probably he played the biggest out of all the juniors. He finished with 128 yards, a rushing touchdown, and then he had finished with 128 rushing yards, and he also had a 31-yard reception and a sack with under 5 minutes left that
pretty much sealed it, right?
Yeah, it set up a long 4th down that Hillsdale did not convert.
It was we talked to Jack Harris, and they're going to be able to hear the interview a little bit later, but he said that it was a little frustrating on defense when they kept, Hillsdale kept on converting 3rd down after 3rd down after 3rd down, and these were like 3rd and 7s and longer, 3rd 12, 3rd and 17s, and even converted one. I mean, for me, that was what was holding them back. But for you, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I do. And it seemed like every scoring play that Hillsdale had was set up by a long 3rd down conversion.
Right.
And even on their first possession, they converted 2 4th downs. And that really was the key to Hillsdale scoring so many points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was going to be close, and it was close up until the very end, until the fourth quarter. And we talked to Fabian about this too, and how Aptos' conditioning just came in, and how Hillsdale, they had so many guys going both ways that kind of bogged them down at the very end, and Aptos just kind of, their conditioning took over there. I guess their depth took over there, right?
Yeah, and Their training, it's incredible. Joey Riccobona told us that they start as early as the winter, so they'll probably start training for next year, next month.
We talked to a few other people, or a few other kids. We talked to Jack Harris, senior. We talked to Gavin Glom, and we also talked to, who else did we talk to?
Joey Riccobona, and
Fabian Chavez earlier, as you guys saw. So let's go ahead and let's see their interviews and, of course, the game recap. What exactly went down and how Aptos escaped, or not escaped, I guess, dominated Hillsdale in that fourth quarter to come away with a 41-24 win in the CCS Division IV championship.
The final might have been exactly what Aptos High was looking for, but the start, not so much. Fabian Chavez, on the Mariners' first offensive play of the game, fumbled away the football. Pinned deep inside its own territory, the Aptos defense got a sack from Adrian Galindo to move Hillsdale outside of the red zone. But on the next play, the Fighting Knights quarterback Brett Wetland hit Miguel Mendez-Marin to get back inside the 5-yard line. Running back Cameron Taylor, wearing number 10 instead of his accustomed number 2, punched it in on the next play to give Hillsdale the initial lead at 7-0. It didn't take long for Fabian Chavez to make up for his fumble as he awarded his team with a nice kickoff return to start their next drive. Moments later, quarterback Gavin Glum fooled everyone with a perfect play-action pass to Joey Riccobona to make it 7-6. The Mariners missed the extra point, keeping them down by 1. Aside from a few lapses, the Mariners' defensive front was stout against the Fighting Knights running game led by Taylor. It was the passing game which led Hillsdale to their second score of the night, a 31-yard field goal late in the first quarter, making the score 10-6 in favor of the Knights. The Aptos defense had plenty of chances to get off the field in the first half, but the Hillsdale offense continued converting long third downs with deep connections, like this 20-yard strike to Mendez-Marin. A nice stop on third down by Trenton Black on a screenplay set up a key stop on fourth down inside Mariners territory. After forcing the turnover on downs, the Aptos offense finally picked up its tempo and everything changed. Running back Fabian Chavez continued to impress with his speed along the edges and toughness between the tackles. Quarterback Gavin Glom, not known for his legs, also got into the running action with his teammates. It was Fabian Chavez, however, who capped off the Aptos scoring drive with a 12-yard rushing score to give his team their first lead of the night at 13-10. Not known to give up, the Fighting Knights put together a scoring drive of their own. Taylor wound up with his second rushing score of the night, which gave Hillsdale a 17-13 advantage late in the first half. With a little over a minute remaining before the break, Aptos tried pushing the ball down the field with quarterback Gavin Glom. The plan eventually backfired as Isaiah Ma of Hillsdale intercepted Glom, giving the Fighting Knights a final crack at the end zone before the half. But the Aptos defense came to the rescue once again. Ben Sheriffs intercepted a pass to keep the score 17-13 Hillsdale at the half. Coming out of the break, the Fighting Knights had a nice drive with a solid mix of run and pass, but it all went to waste when they fumbled near midfield. Trenton Black recovered the loose ball for Aptos, giving them the advantage. Just seconds later, Glom hit Riccobona once again. This time as a 58-yard scoring toss between the two. But the seesaw matchup continued as Hillsdale and quarterback Brett Wetland continued thriving on third down. Taylor ran in for his third touchdown of the night to give the Fighting Knights the lead at 24-20, with 6 minutes and 57 seconds left in the third quarter. But that would be the last time that Hillsdale would find the end zone. The Mariners' running game got rumbling late in the third behind fullbacks Jack Wolf and Jack Harris. With 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third, Aptos took the lead for good on a 2-yard scoring plunge from Jack Harris at 27-24. Hillsdale continued to fight on its next offensive possession behind quarterback Brett Wetland, but the Mariners' defense finally got a stop on third down to force the Fighting Knights to punt. Jack Harris swooped in for the punt block to set up Aptos at the 31-yard line, and on the Mariners' first play of the subsequent drive, Glom hit Chavez with a perfect pass for a touchdown to lead by 10 early in the fourth quarter. Desperate to get something going, Hillsdale looked for a quick strike. Instead, Riccobona high-pointed the ball for an interception along the Knights' sideline. From then on, it was vintage Aptos. Good play calls, strong running, and well-executed blocking. Ben Sheriffs reeled off this 44-yard run, and Jack Harris added a 21-yarder shortly after. It was the latter who scored the Mariners' final touchdown of the night to give them the 41-24 advantage. But Hillsdale would not say die. The Fighting Knights worked their way down the field by converting third downs through the air until they reached the 5-yard line. That's when Chavez flew in for a sack to put Hillsdale in a tough 4th and goal situation, which they were unable to convert. All Aptos had left to do was enjoy their third straight CCS championship.
What does it mean to you to do what you did in such a big game like this?
I just did it all for the seniors. We practiced all week, just got ready for this, and this is all for the seniors. All of it.
On that play where you got the interception, what was going through your mind as the ball was in the air?
I'm going to post this one. I was happy he overthrew it because then I didn't have to jump over him. So, I don't know, it was right to me. I was stoked.
You guys have been in so many of these, 4 straight. How does that help you guys, or how does that improve your chances tonight?
Every game just gets better. Every year it just gets better and better, so it just makes it more exciting and more fun.
Did Randy tell you guys anything special at halftime or anything like that to kind of get you guys going?
It's our last half we're going to play with the seniors, so just go out and play hard and be rolling the field.
On your first touchdown catch, Randy subbed you in right before the play started. Did you know the ball was coming to you?
Yeah, I heard the play and I was like, all right, it's coming to me. Just trying to make a play.
When did you feel like you guys kind of took charge of the game? What was there like a certain tipping point?
I guess somewhere late in the fourth quarter when we had the ball and it was secure, then I knew.
Okay.
When the last second went off, that's when I knew.
Okay. You guys, I felt like you guys outlasted them. Like they ended up getting tired there in the fourth quarter, and you guys just kind of took over. How big was your guys' conditioning in today's win?
Just all season. We start conditioning in winter, so all year just conditioning for this game. So the work paid off.
Gavin, just you know how to pick your spots pretty well. Let's just say it. Your 3 completions, all 3 of them went for over 30 yards and for a touchdown. Just tell us about it.
Well, I didn't expect all 3 of them to be touchdowns, but I mean, it just happened that way. I mean, receivers did what they needed to do to get open, and I just found them.
I'll be the only Chiefs fan there. Just tell us what was going through your guys' mind. You know, after the first half, you guys were trailing, and then like you were just like it seemed like it was going to seesaw. They score once, you guys score once, and then you guys got a couple stops, and then you made a 2-score game, and then you were able to run away with it late in the fourth quarter. What was going through your mind?
We just wanted to keep playing our game and not like get down on ourselves or anything. And in the second half, we just had a whole new mindset to just come back and just play our game and just do what we need to do.
Your 3rd straight CCS title.
It's pretty exciting. At the beginning of the season, I didn't think about this at all. I just thought about like, I don't know what to say. It's just a great moment.
And just how long are you going to enjoy this one? Where you thinking about coming back next year and doing it again?
I hope we can come back next year and do it again.
On your first touchdown pass to Joey, he kind of came in the game right before that play, before the snap. Did you guys like work on that and plan it ahead of time?
Yeah, that's a play we work on all the time, and it works most of the time against most teams because they just don't expect it. And there's a couple fakes in there which get most of the defense caught off guard. And,
Gotcha. Gavin, enjoy this one. Congratulations.
Thank you very
We'll see you
much.
guys later on. Thank you.
We asked this to Joey, but what did Randy tell you guys going into halftime trailing 17 to 13?
He just told us it's a brand new game to not get down on ourselves and just keep playing and never give up.
Do you feel like you guys were the underdogs coming into this one, or I mean 1 versus 2 and everything like that, or did you guys feel comfortable?
I feel like they ran their offense and took a lot more time off the clock, and we didn't get as many plays in. And yeah, it's just if we had more offensive possessions, we could have probably scored more. But our defense did a good job holding them.
Well, this moment right now, celebrating with seniors, celebrating with other alumni, everyone, I mean, family, parent, everything like that. Well, what is this moment like right now for you guys?
It's a great moment. I'm going to miss the seniors a lot because they helped me a lot this year, and it's going to be hard without them, but I'm happy we won this for them.
Yeah, I mean, our practice, we go over special teams, and 3 guys had their job was to go block the punt for this week, and we knew that at least 1 guy was going to be free, and that time it just happened to be me, so I was just doing my job to do the best for the team. And it ended up well scoring the next play, and that was a big score for us.
How good does this feel to do it for a 3rd year in a row?
It feels just great to do it just for us, because like I said before, those last 2 CCS champions, those were those teams, those were those seniors. They left their legacy, and these seniors this year are trying to leave our own legacy, and we left our stamp on Aptos football.
You had 2 rushing touchdowns. How good was the offensive line today for you?
For what?
How good was the offensive line for you today?
Oh, they were good. They were making their blocks for the most part, making the holes, and our backs were just, I mean, Fabian Chavez, he was just running up the holes left and right, so he was doing a great job. But yeah, a big shout out to our line for doing their blocking, leaving holes for the running backs to run in.
On defense, was it frustrating that they kept converting 3rd down after 3rd down after 3rd down? And was that something you guys talked about?
It was, especially the first half. That was very frustrating because, I mean, we knew better than that. We knew where they were going to attack. We had people to cover those spots. I mean, we were just all freezing and thinking too much, and we just weren't playing loose.
What changed there then? Because after you got that 3rd down stop in the 4th quarter, I mean, you guys took over from then on. Was that it? Just about getting a stop?
We kind of knew more that passing was going to start coming to stop the clock. So I mean, that was definitely a factor. But we just settled down and ended up doing our jobs pretty well. Start going at the end. So yeah, I think we just settled down.
You're carrying around that championship plaque.
Yeah, I don't know. People keep giving it to me, and every time I get away, it comes back. So
is that just a territory that comes with being a senior and being here that many times, or?
I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know where it's coming from. It just end up in my arms, and I'm like, okay, I'll take it. But yeah, it feels great though to just have this in my arms and leave where I stand.
So a lot happened in that fourth quarter, but that blocked punt that I didn't get on film was really the turning point for Aptos, I felt like, right?
Yeah, Jack Harris blocked a punt that set the Aptos Mariners up the 31-yard at the Hillsdale 31-yard line, and on the very next play, Gavin Glom hit Fabian Chavez, who charged in for a touchdown.
That was I mean, after that, Hillsdale, I don't think they scored at all after that, right? I mean, they scored to open the fourth quarter, I believe, to go back up, or I mean, the game's all a blur right now. But you know, after that blocked punt, they hit Blom hits Chavez for the touchdown, and then after that, it felt like it was all downhill for Hillsdale. They weren't able to get anything going after that. They made it down to, I think, the 20-yard line. They're late, but nothing really went their way there at the end.
Right. Yeah, they got down the field late, but they still didn't get anything done, and they got sacked and faced a very long fourth quarter.
I mean, we do this, and it's something that sports writers or any type of media do this all the time. Is we always look forward to next year. I mean, the season just ended for these guys, and you know, we asked them, what do they think about Aptos football going forward? I mean, they have, like I said, a lot of juniors made plays for them this year. They have a lot of guys coming back. Their JVs, I heard, where they had some pretty good athletes on their JV team as well. Randy likes to hype up his kids, so that's good that they're going to have guys coming back. Just from looking at what they have on their roster this year, though, in terms of juniors and some sophomores that are moved up, I mean, what do you think the future's like for Aptos?
I think it looks pretty good. They do lose a lot, but they have the quarterback, Gavin Glom, returning. They have a lot of running backs returning, even though they do lose Ben Sheriffs, Jack Harris, two huge losses, but they have a guy like Fabian Chavez returning. And
Danner Pardue too, who didn't play today, but he was their starting running back from the start of, I want to say, from the San Lorenzo Valley game and all, right? He was their starting running back. He got most of the carries, and he obviously got injured last week against North Salinas. But he was their starting running back. He's coming back as well. They have a couple other guys that are coming back. I believe everyone except for Austin Barnable on the offensive line is also coming back. So they got some pieces to build off of next year, right? I mean, it's a pretty good deal that Randy has there with their strength and conditioning program and everything like that. So they always have a bunch of studs on their team. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I think. I want to say thank you to everyone who is watching this, or to everyone who read our stories this year. I know that there were a lot of other football teams in Aptos out there. Monte Vista Christian had a great season. Watsonville High, PV, St. Francis all rebuilding, in North Monterey County. I mean, they were the surprise of the season, I think, outside of Monte Vista Christian, the way that they went through their league and won 4 straight there to put themselves in that title race. But for everyone else. For everyone who followed us this year in football, thank you so much. This is Tony Nunez, Thomas Frey signing off for the redshirt Pajaronian here in Independence High. Again, Aptos High, the CCS Division IV champion, the 3rd straight section champion. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say, but 3rd straight section championship for the Mariners, 41-24 over Hillsdale. Huge fourth quarter, huge performances by their juniors. Aptos, again, section champion.